Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the fabulous, the wonderful, the marvelous Leontyne Price. Mary Violet Leontyne Price was born in 1927 in Mississippi. Her parents took a big interest in her musical education because at 3 years old she had a toy piano, and at 5 she was taking some lessons on a real one. When she was 9 years old, her mom took her to watch a concert of Marian Anderson.
I wanted someday to walk like that, to stand like that, and hopefully maybe even sound somewhere near that.
Despite being so inspired by Marian Anderson, she decided to study to become a teacher.
It was better that you'd learn to be a teacher because that way you could be placed in a public school and you would have not only an income but a profession.
After graduating from college in Ohio,
Cum laude, I might add.
she auditioned for the Juilliard School in New York, and she got in. So Marian Anderson was the first African American to ever perform on the Metropolitan Opera stage that year of 1955. Price was the first African American to perform opera on television. That same year, she met the very famous conductor Karajan, who was so impressed by her singing that he opened all the European doors to her.
And from then on, we were not only just friends, but musical and artistic linked.
She sang everywhere. In 1960, for example, she sings at La Scala. We know La Scala. Well, apparently, one of the Italian critics wrote, "Our great Verdi would have found her the ideal Aida." Let me just add the information that Aida, as a character, is a black slave. Even though the general manager of the Met had already offered her to debut at the Metropolitan Opera in 1960 as Aida, she refused because she did not want to make her historical debut as a slave. So, she did her debut in the Met as a lady, Leonora in Il Trovatore.
I can't even put that into words, my dear.
The success was so big that she soon became the American soprano, the voice.
My country gave me that space, and I claimed it.
She also had an entire leading role composed for her by Samuel Barber in his opera Antony and Cleopatra. That opera was commissioned by the Met for the grand opening of the new building. But the production was a big technical mess. And at the dress rehearsal, Leontyne Price got stuck in a big pyramid.
The tomb wouldn't open.
I'll never get out of here with my life. I know it.
In 1985, she sings her last opera, Aida, at the Met. Giving some concerts until she was 70 years old, and after that she gave some masterclasses and even wrote a children's book version of Aida. She's now one of the oldest opera singers alive.
If you want to really express all of you with your voice, go to opera. It's a culmination of all the arts. Thinking about it,